Hello everybody, it's Lisa. I've not been posting videos for quite some time, and that's because I've been on holiday and then I've had a really busy time at work the past few weeks. So it's been a while, but I'm really delighted to be showing you my latest project, which is a Harry Potter themed book that I've made for one of my friends. And she's a huge Harry Potter fan, and I promised her a while ago that I would make her a journal. So I steered away from the regular ones that I've been making and decided to do something completely different. I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, so I do apologise because this is, I don't even know if this, how matched to Harry Potter this actually is, because I must be one of the few people in the world, or certainly in this country, who is not a fan. So I do believe that the kit is a Harry Potter themed kit, obviously due to copyright regulations. It's themed, so it's not genuine Harry Potter stuff, I suppose. But if you would like to go on to Etsy and key in Dreamzetc, which is DREAMZ, etc., etc., all the one word, you'll find this girl who makes these lovely kits and you'll be able to buy it. She also has a YouTube channel, and I did not discover that until I had actually purchased, made up, sewn in the signatures and made the actual book. That was when I discovered that she does have a channel and she has made a Harry Potter book herself, which is absolutely out of this world. So although it was too late for me with regards to the pages, I was still able to get some tips from her about decorating the book. So you really need to check that out. If I can get on and get it linked, I will try my best. But if not, if you have a look yourself, you'll be able to find her. So this is a cardboard cover painted with Maya Gold copper. I've rounded off the corners. I've used a hitch fastener from Tim Holtz. That's the first time I've used this, and it really works well with this book. And a regular elastic band like this, one that you would use for your hair. I used to make hair accessories, so I've got a ton of these. And these are from the collection, and it's bits of ephemera, which I have heavily distressed, roughed up quite a lot, used stickles, and I'm really chuffed with it. And this image was from Google, and I've just cut it out. A rosette trim in black, which I bought specially for this project, and that is the back cover, which I have gone over all of the stuff on the front and back with my decoupage. There we go. This is amazing stuff. I got it off Amazon, which is actually where I get most of my things. This is a piece of paper from a different collection which I'd bought in the big craft store in Glasgow, but I can't remember who makes it, so I do apologise. This is from the paper collection from Dreamzetc. This is another one. I've got lots of these sheets. I'll tell you how I managed this. This was a kit I downloaded from Etsy, and it was probably a wizard themed kit or like a witches themed kit, and I've printed it. These are the images that are on it, but I've also printed it onto tea-dyed copy paper, so that I achieved like a kind of double distressed look. So it wasn't printed onto regular white copy paper, it was tea-dyed paper, and it's turned out really well. This is a little pocket with a hidden journaling spot. And this is ephemera from the kit. And this is another piece. Everything is heavily distressed. I am an absolute maniac when it comes to distressing, which is actually really funny considering it was something that I was never able to do before. But I think I must have spent about 5 hours distressing the book, you know, all the pages, all the ephemera. And I don't just use one colour, I use multiple colours. Like round here you can see little notes of peach and green and browns and blacks, so there would have been about half a dozen different colours round all the edges and all the pages in the book. This is a book page which I have backed with some copper card which has been embossed, and I picked that tip up from the Dreamzetc video. And this is a little paper clip I made and a spell card from the collection. I do apologise if the lighting's not great. I've tried everything I can and I just can't get it right. I usually don't have these issues, but I keep moving my lamps and you see there I've got a bit of glare, so I do apologise, but it was the best I could manage. This is another hidden spot with a savings bond card from the collection. And this is a little envelope, treasury envelope. I'm not sure what you would call it, but I've put a little piece of paper in there. And this is from the collection, and I've cut it out and stuck it on. Might use some more stickles. I've got black stickles and I'll use that there. This is graph paper that I had left over from an old journal. This is dictionary paper that was downloaded from Etsy, and it's been very heavily distressed and stained, and I've just splashed water over it. That's a couple of tags. They're supposed to be spell tags, and I got them from somebody else on Etsy, but I can't remember who. And here's a couple of quotes from Harry Potter, and I've used a proper waxing seal stamp on these. I got a cool melt wax gun, and I've been dying to get one of these and the waxing stamps. So this was a Harry Potter stamp, and I used about 6 wax sticks, tried to get the perfect image, kept pulling it off and starting again. So this is the best I can do. So it is very spendy with regards to the amount of wax you need to use and how tricky it is to actually seal it. It's not as easy as it looks. This is another page from the collection I got on Etsy, not from Dreamzetc, and I've heavily distressed it. A leftover doily from a previous one. This is from the collection, as is this page, and they're all very heavily distressed. This is a piece of journal paper which I previously got off Etsy, and this is a little tuck spot which is made out of an envelope, and I've just attached it with a paper clip which I made. This is from the collection, and it's just the regular size image from the collection, whereas the one on the front of the book had been shrunk down. This is what it looks like on the other side. This is the savings bond again. This is a pocket with a couple of bits from the collection, and I've hung a charm on the inside of the signatures. This is a stamp that I already had. That's the other page from the collection, and a little folding tuck spot with some cards from the collection. Cockroach clusters, crispy and crunchy. So all the other cards are similar. They're like wizard themed sweets. Did I show you this there it is again if I have already done it. And this is just washi tape from Papertrace, which is hiding a staple. That's another one of those tags I got from Etsy. And this is part of the collection, this newspaper cutout. So I've just decoupaged it on top of the dictionary page and stapled a spell card. And this is probably the most perfect wax image that I managed to get done. So that one turned out pretty well. Here is a pocket using a page from the collection, and this is a piece of ephemera from the collection. And on the other side of the book page, this is from the collection, and I've just printed it on the tea-dyed paper and made another little paper clip. This is one of the wizard themed papers from Etsy, and that was one of the other pages, which is really cool and it works in well with this book. This one I heavily distressed, but when I was spraying it with tea to tea dye it, I did make a little bit of a mistake. So she does look very old and tatty there, but never mind. It was already sewn into the book, and there we go, these things happen. But it adds to the aged look, I suppose. That's from the Dreamzetc kit. That's from the other kit from somebody else whose name I can't remember. And this is from the kit. And this is a Harry Potter themed photograph. It's not Harry Potter from like the movies, but it is a little boy that actually does look a lot like Harry Potter. This is a lovely little paper clip which I made, and I used a little charm that I got in a Happy Meal swap from one of my journaling friends in America. And it's a spell tag and a little envelope with a little ephemera card inside. I'm actually just looking at how long this video is getting, and I'm not anywhere near finished. This is a little tip I picked up from Dreamzetc on YouTube, that she had actually made two little eyelets here. And this is what I've rolled up and put in. This is from the collection. And it's all very heavily distressed and printed on tea-dyed paper. This is from the collection, these two, and just a regular page. That's lovely, that one. From the collection, and I've put in a little glassine bag with a spell tag. That's like a double page telegram page, so that's quite nice. I like that. And the look I was trying to go for when I decorated the book was cobwebs, so I've used a lot of gauze which has been sprayed with tea and distressed quite heavily, and I had this little spider which is pretty cool. I had that in my stash, and inside there's an envelope. I'm not going to open it actually because I might rip it, but there is a little card in there, and that's from the collection. And this is an old map which I'd already purchased a while ago from Etsy, and a little dragonfly charm, library cards which I got from eBay, I think. And I'm really chuffed with this little paper clip, I have to show you. It was just a regular white button, and I've painted it and kind of made it metallic looking and aged it up a bit, so I'm chuffed with that. And another, this was from Google Images, and this is from the collection. And a little key that I had in my stash with some more of that cobweb themed decor. How cool is this? It was distressed already when it was printed out, but I've just gone crazy with it, and I wanted it to look like a really old birth certificate. So it's printed on tea-dyed thick paper and very heavily distressed. I've distressed it on the back as well. And that's the other side of the paper from the collection. That's from the collection. This is just a little collage page. These two are from the collection, and I've just made a little flip there. And this is from Google Images. I'd gotten this quite a while ago from Etsy. I've made a top tuck with a little spell card in there. And this is from the collection, and I've just rounded it off there to fit in the corner. That's from the collection. And this is what it looks like when you cut it down, because I cut the ticket off to put in the front of the book. And actually that shows you the difference. This was printed in the resolution that you would use for matte photo paper, so it's obviously been saturated with colour, and this was just printed regular onto normal card, and that's the difference. This is from the collection, as is this, and very heavily distressed again. When I do my distressing, I go over everything. I even go over, like I'll use the purple coloured one up here. I'll use peach round the side. I'll use old paper, Tim Holtz. I've just used loads. And that's, we've seen this page before, but this one isn't destroyed with distressing and tea. And this is a corner, this isn't a corner pocket, it's just a pocket with a secret journaling spot, and that's one of the cards. Just looking at the length of this video, and it's getting pretty long, so I'm really sorry. From the collection, from Google, from the collection, it's a little telegram, and this is hiding a staple. And that's another tag I've made, not a tag, a paper clip. And this is the image that was used on the front, and I've done it onto thick tea-dyed paper, heavily distressed it, ripped it up around the edges, done the back as well, as you'll see. And I am really chuffed with how old that looks. This is an envelope, used some decoupage, couple of cards there, front and back, and this is from the collection. So is this, so is this, and this is another piece of ephemera from the collection, printed onto old kind of aged tea-dyed paper and distressed. And a little tag which I've made out of paper from the collection. I've still to put ribbon or lace or something there. A little glassine bag, and in it I've decoupaged it, but I've also placed one of the little envelopes which I've stamped an image on, and I'm looking at it there, it's upside down. It should actually go that way. Might need to fix that. And I've just put in some tea-dyed paper. Yes, I may have to move this because I'm not going to be able to put up with the fact that that's upside down. Might place it here. Might do that. Might glue it in there actually. I'll leave it out. And journal paper, front and back. That's the other side of the glassine bag. This is from the collection and I've put a couple of bits in there. That's the other side of the envelope, which I've did the wax stamp on, decorated it, put a spell tag in, put a little tab there, and that's the other side of the map paper, but I've just made a little pocket for these two cards from the collection. Made a little pocket here with one of the bits of ephemera. Plain paper, journal paper, and that's the last page, and that is it. So I really hope that you've enjoyed the run through of the Harry Potter book, and I really hope that my friend likes it. I do actually love it myself, but I'm not a fan, so there's no point in me having it. Thanks very much for watching, and if you liked the video, please give me the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. So thank you and cheerio.